Hey everybody, my name's Grant. I'm 60 years old. Today I'm training shoulders, triceps, and biceps. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can grow your biceps by focusing on the two heads with minimal amount of sets. So let's just talk about it. So right now I'm going to do some incline dumbbell curls. And the reason I'm doing incline dumbbell curls is because I want to work the long head. And when you're in this position, the long head, which originates from the scapula and shoulder down into the elbow joint, it's put into like a stretched position, okay? So when you exercise it like this, you're gonna activate it more, and you don't have to turn your hand any certain way or anything. You just have to curl normally. And because of your positioning of your arm hanging down behind your body in this incline position, just by default, you're going to work your long head a lot more. So let's do a set of these and talk a little more. So I'm just using 25 pounds, although did I say I'm 60? So even though this is even lighter than my beginning weight 30 years ago, it's what I work out with now, maybe a little heavier, maybe up to 35 sometimes, but this is it. Good enough for me. But if you really wanted to, you could add on the weight, and you could really grow those long bicep heads by doing this one. And this is it. This is all you have to do. So do a few sets, do until failure or just above failure for this exercise, and do that twice a week. And then as soon as I'm done this, then we're gonna go and we're gonna work on the short head, on the bigger part of the bicep. But I guarantee you, if you do this one, you're gonna feel it. Give it a chance. If you don't feel it, you're probably going too heavy right out of the gate. Lighten the weight, do more reps, get some blood in there so you can really feel the muscle, so you know that you're working it right. Okay. So that's one set. I could keep going a few more, but I've got tennis elbow on my right arm. And from doing triceps, I think Skull Crushers did that, but it doesn't matter. So that's number one. And I'm doing those first because I need more focus on my long bicep head. And let's face it, when your vanity muscles are toned, you look better in a t-shirt, right, guys? Even if you're 60 plus, 70, 80, whatever, who doesn't want to look good? So next up is going to be the short head. Let's do that one. Okay, so now we are going to do the short head of the bicep, which is the bigger part of the bicep, more mass there. If I don't recall if I mentioned or not, but when I was doing my inclines, what I do is I do 3 sets, and I don't really count reps as long as I get, you know, up to upwards of 10 or more. And each set I try to increase the weight. I feel that if you're just doing a straight 3 times 10 with 30 pounds for dumbbells, that after that first set, in my mind, all you're doing is tiring out the muscle and tendons. And when you're an older adult, I don't think that's a good idea. So it's not really showing progress. You're just kind of wearing yourself down. You know, if you're just trying to burn extra calories, I think if you really want to progress and tone and potentially build the muscle, you should be adding, you know, more reps or somehow, you know, more time under tension, more weight, something, right? So next up for the shorter head. So the short head inserts on the radial tuberosity in the forearm and the front of the scapula, which is like near the front of the shoulder. And it allows the elbow to promote flexion, right? And supination, so lifting upward, right? So that's the main purpose of this muscle. The short head is activated during exercises where the arms are positioned in front of the torso like this, okay? And when the grip is a little bit wider than normal. So for me, this would be normal. So right here, that's where it's gonna start being activated, right? Instead of here, here. And the way that you know that you're working more of the short head, obviously, is doing some curls and feeling the blood in there. But if you really want to get a good idea, just stand straight up with your palms supinated, right? And facing up, whatever. and just let your hands hang kind of loose down beside you and go like this. Anyways, just like that. And that's kind of where you want to do your dumbbell curl. Maybe a little bit out, just a little bit from there. That's probably where you want to start. You could go a little wider just to be safe, but that's a good zone there. You'll probably be able to do, in my mind, a lot more weight here than you'd be able to do here. So first set, dumbbell curls for the short head. So we're doing 3 sets. And like I said, I don't really count the reps. I do and I don't. I'm not really trying to grow the muscle too much. I'm more interested in toning right now. And then as this year progresses, I'm gonna beef it up a bit and start really trying to grow some muscle. I'm just working through some aches and pains, and as I keep whining about my tennis elbow and stuff. So I wanna do that first. So I don't know if you're counting, I'm not. Then when you do these, I always, obviously you leave your upper arm, want to try and keep it somewhat stationary, and then lift. And like I said, so your hands are like this, up, try not to swing, controlled. Tense the bicep at the top if you want. I know I get a lot of people that tell me, squeeze it, squeeze it. Well, whatever. You do you, I'll do me, and let's just get along. So that's one set. I'm gonna add a little weight now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the weight on the inside of the dumbbell, just because that's how I do it. I'm kind of OCD like that. If I had dumbbells that were preset weights, then obviously I wouldn't have to worry about that. But I'll just add right now, I'm gonna add a 2.5 on one side of each dumbbell. And then on my third set, I'm gonna do a 5 in its place. And that'll be it. So I'll have done 6 sets of dumbbell curls, 3 for the short head, 3 for the long head. And that's it. And I think with some consistency, twice a week at least, 6 sets at least, that you can tone definitely, and most likely grow your biceps if you apply yourself, add weight, get enough protein and all that stuff. So let me know what you think, and if you try it and if it works. Thanks.